Studnick Aquatics here. The tank is coming along really well, and I don't know if I released a video yet, but I'll piece it in there. But I am doing a fishless cycle, which you take household ammonia, and since you don't have fish in there, and then you let your nitrites or your ammonia peak and drop, and then your nitrites do the same thing, and once it drops you can add fish. Or you can do a fish cycle. I was doing a fishless cycle because I don't have a pet store. It's around 5 hours round trip to go to Petco. That's all I have that is a fish store. That's all I have. And I actually had to go up there today, and what I've done so far is my ammonia only went up just a little ways, leveled off, and now it's coming down. So, because I did seed this aquarium with bacteria. I seeded it with, this has been in a saltwater tank for probably 3 years, and these beads have been in, have bacteria on them for about 8 years. So I am seeding the aquarium. Everything, all the parameters are doing really well. So my ammonia only went up a little ways and leveled off, and now it's dropping. And my nitrites only went up a little ways, and now they leveled off. And so that's really good. So they will drop. And my nitrates are just starting to show up, and I'm starting to see just a little bit of algae in there. So since I had the opportunity to get some fish, I had to go up and have another surgery. I picked up 2 Alcelaris clownfish and 1 little 6-lined wrasse. They look really good. I am acclimating them now. I'm drip acclimating. First I floated them in the tank for 20 minutes to get them up to temp. I tested all the parameters of the tank, specific gravity and everything. Everything is wonderful. And I'm basically doing 1 drip per second here until I double the amount of water in this bucket. And then I'll pour off half, do it again, and then reach in and put the fish in the tank. And they're looking really good. I'm not going to be quarantining them because they're the first fish I'm adding. And any fish that goes in there after this will be quarantined because I don't want to infect these. So I'll add more later. Okay, once I doubled this water, then I have poured half of it out. And then I will now double it again, and then I will dip them out and put them in the tank. So I know this drip is weird, but if you look at it and straighten it out, it's 1 drip per second. I'll add more later. Okay, we've doubled the water twice. So I am going to get rid of this. Oh, if you don't have one of these here to set your drip at 1 drip per second, you can tie a knot in the tubing. It does the same thing. This is just airline tubing. And I've doubled it twice. So now what I'm going to do, and if we can get the camera over here closer, I'm going to try to just dip. It's better to dip them out with your hand, because if you can, you don't want to do a lionfish with it, because a net can damage the fins. So if you can do it with your hand, it's better, and you should have your hand wet. Ready? Okay, zoom on the water. There he goes. That's the first one. Here's number 2. 2 little clownfish. And the last one is a 6-line wrasse. Back up. Back the camera up. And point the lens at the fish. See? There you go. Okay, you can hit the red button now. Okay, I do have them in there now, and they look really good. I did not put these in quarantine first because I don't have any fish in here to infect. If I do start coming up with any issues, I will quarantine this whole tank. I do not have any corals in it that are live. I do not have, these are all artificial. The little wrasse is really hiding good. He's tucked in there. But, and I could always treat this tank with copper and with Prazapro, and that would take care of the problem. Any other fish that go into this system will go into quarantine for probably 8 weeks before they go into it. And I wanted to make sure that everything I bought was completely reef safe. And these are completely reef safe. There's the wrasse. This is a little 6-lined wrasse. They're reef safe. I really like them. It's one fish I've never had before. And these are, I believe they're mist bars, and they are little Osceolus clownfish. And I really like the clownfish. And so anyway, that is my fish additions. I'm going to be keeping an eye on them. Obviously, my fishless cycle is going to stop now. I will not be adding ammonia every day anymore because now I have fish waste to make the ammonia. I also know that my nitrates are starting to come just a little bit. They came from 0 because I'm getting just a little bit of algae in there, which is what it takes. So everything's looking really good. I'm very pleased to be able to finally put some fish in this tank, especially when you live in a part of the country where the only place I can go and buy any aquarium fish is a 5-hour round trip. So if you have pet stores next to you and you have reef clubs and you have fish clubs, do not take them for granted. This is Studnick Aquatics, and thanks for watching.